Welcome back to episode 2 of the Killing Us Slowly series. I don't even need to that's probably going to be the last time that I say episode 2. Um Whole point of this is to get the general public's take on what's killing us slowly. I started doing this on Instagram and I would talk about food stuff, like the ingredients on our food and whatnot, but I tend to also talk about like my personal views are that there's a whole slew of categories of things that are actually in reality killing us slowly. And these companies know it, but they can hide behind the legal guise of defamation, slander, libel, and business disparagement, as I have come to find out from being personally sued by a multi-billion-dollar energy drink company, which I will not name because I cannot name legally anymore. I had to remove all. Anyways, so whole point of this is I'm gonna toss up. Well, I need to actually go get the link. I need to get better at like the whole flow of doing this. Um, it should pop up on YouTube. Yeah. So I'm gonna get the link. I'm gonna post it on my Instagram story, and then we will take callers. I have spent the last few days kind of procrastinating fully getting this completely set up so that all the inputs and all the stuff on the back end works correctly. Um, as well as what is heard after the fact and on the stream, and then in the video that I post on YouTube from that is the stream or the show, work properly and sound good. And yeah. So fuck, where was I going? YouTube. I need to grab the link. Well, I don't know why it's called Killing Us Slowly number 3 on YouTube, but fuck it. So I'm gonna paste this link on Instagram. Hold on, let me mute this. While that uploads and while we wait for people to potentially call here, I guess I don't have to completely talk through here because I can kind of chop stuff out. But that kind of the whole point of the show is to not chop stuff out. So what the fuck am I talking about? Throughout doing these consistently, I'm not gonna put like a definite like, oh, I will do it every day. But I don't see why, as I get into this, this couldn't be like a daily sort of a thing. That's like, don't hold my feet to the fire on that one because I feel like that's a commitment every fucking day. Maybe at some point, but I guess we're gonna find out here. People actually do call in. 6 people saw it. Come on, let's get someone in here. Last night was a long fucking rant by myself. I had one person want to talk, but I realized that I'm not going to hit any star 67 unknown numbers because it's just some cheese every single time, not someone who actually is down to just sit here and talk. But mm, I just thought about like 7 different things or 7 different conversations I've had recently about different topics, and I'm trying to choose which one that would be fitting to go on tonight. I could talk about my lived experience, but there's also, it's so unfortunate, dude. I signed a little thing on social media, like initially was popping up, and I was making videos talking shit about companies, which I still do, but I just got to be more careful about it. Okay, all that to say, like getting sued by one of them, and then like that only fuels the fire even more on my opinions on things and what I think about stuff. You know? Like they purposely knowingly feed us absolute garbage slop and get us addicted to it, but normalize it so much so that overweight people who are like morbidly overweight like accept it and are like, it's because my body's different. Like no body shaming, no body, like I'm not sitting here and saying like body shaming is a good thing, like you should just like, but what we're talking about at the end of the day is less like body shaming as it is like helping people be healthier. And what I'm saying is even removing that, they get everyone arguing about that, while above everything, the problem has been meticulously, purposely created to not only like ruin the health of people externally, like, or in their body, like physically, but to also ruin their like mental health. Yo, we actually have a fucking caller. Let's see what's going on. Let's go.
From Rami.
Yo.
Yo, is Wyatt?
Yeah, what's up, dude?
What's up, brother? I just wanted to call and just chime in on a few things. I saw that you posted your number on Instagram, and I saw your video that went viral maybe a few months ago with the sucralose and the what was it, carrageenan and whatnot. And I just want to tell you a personal story of mine that you wouldn't believe. So basically, it comes down to me going to my physical every year, and I noticed that my blood glucose was getting up there, you know, my fasting blood glucose, and my A1C for my diabetes was also going up too. And I noticed that was strange because pretty much every single day I was intermediate fasting, and I was eating healthy for the most part. So it boggled my mind. Like I didn't eat a lot of sweets or anything. And then, so I just started cutting some things out, you know, just dabbling into different things and whatnot. And I would check my blood glucose every 3 months, and it would still be the same or even higher. So it came down to me coming across your YouTube video, you know, and about sucralose and carrageenan, and the one that starts with the M, I can't really pronounce.
Maltodextrin.
Yes, that one. Yeah. So what I was doing was I was drinking this protein shake from Walmart. It was Equate. It was really cheap protein. And I noticed on there it had those 3 ingredients that you mentioned. And I was like, oh, man, I've been drinking this shit every freaking day.
Do you know what brand?
Like a replacement. Yeah, it was Equate. It was the Walmart brand.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
I thought you said Whey.
Yeah, no, it's the Equate brand. It's the Walmart brand, basically.
Okay.
And I was like, man, this is the one that he was talking about. And I've been drinking this crap for the past 3-4 years, you know? So has this been contributing to my insulin spikes? Because, you know, I was doing a lot of research asking AI, hey, what are the latest studies on sucralose and everything? And it basically said what you were saying. And over time, it can lead to insulin sensitivity, messing up with your insulin sensitivity. And I was like, man, you were a godsend, because ever since then, I literally just threw away all the protein drinks that I bought, you know, and there was a lot of, I backstocked all those stuff, but now I'm like eating cleaner. I mean, so I'm not even drinking those crappy protein drinks anymore.
Have you checked, have your glucose levels or your blood sugar levels, have they evened out after doing that?
I'm waiting right now. So it's only been 3 months. So I'm going to wait a few more months and test it out. I'm going to test out my A1C and get back to you on that. But man, once you're actually focused on the ingredients, you realize how much sucralose is in everything, man. And I'll
Oh
tell you
yeah.
this, I think it's the brand new. You know how back then, probably when we were younger, everything was like anti-high fructose corn syrup.
Mm-hmm.
I think sucralose is the next big thing that some dumb guy in a science lab thought, oh well, this is a cheap way we can, make things sweet, but not knowing they could mess us up on the inside.
Yeah, well, they
But I
also
guess.
do it for marketing reasons because they shift public perception to so that everyone thinks sugar is bad, but then they'll replace natural sugar with that shit, but then purposely not say anything or fund lobbying against research or like articles that say the long-term effects of this stuff and why it would be extreme. You should definitely call back because I'm going to be doing these like shows pretty normally or often. And so
Mhm.
if you ever do go get it, like when you do go get it checked in however many months or however long, you should definitely call back in and be like, yo, do you remember I was this dude who was talking about this and like give results or whatever. Um, I would be so surprised if it didn't go down because why it would directly affect that is your body, you have the sweet and your body like gets prepped up for sugar, but then it doesn't get any real fucking sugar. And so it messes
Mhm.
with your whole, I don't claim to be a scientist and all this stuff, but the stuff I have read and maybe some of the stuff you have read, it like directly impacts that stuff and ends up screwing with people's metabolisms over time. And people's metabolisms are sort of slowing way down, way further down, way earlier than they should be. Like I feel like people's metabolisms die at like 30 years old nowadays. I'm like, as opposed to 40 or 50 or 60 years old. Um,
Exactly.
and there,
Exactly.
it's just some shit like
And
that that you
it's
get every day
insane.
that you don't think about, and it's just like in there. Sorry, go ahead.
It's absolutely insane. It boggles my mind. And here's the one key thing. And I'm glad you mentioned in that viral video that you posted. Sucralose. It's not bad if you have it once or twice a week. Maybe I was drinking that protein drink with all the chemicals pretty much 5 days a week when I was at work because I just thought I'd hack the system. Oh, I'd buy some cheap protein.
Mm-hmm.
I'd fast in the morning, buy some cheap protein, use it as my meal replacement, and then whatever hack. No,
Yeah,
you need fats, fiber, all that stuff. You can't just hack that. But
yeah.
onto the next point. So when I'm researching different proteins and whatnot, I noticed that the best ones that I've seen that are good replacements is look for stevia. Not every single thing will have it. Stevia, if something has stevia, it's going to cost a little bit more, but I think it's worth it. There's a reason. You get what you pay for. But stevia is a good replacement if you're looking for any zero sugar, zero calorie replacement. There's not a lot out there, but I mean, even energy drinks like Celsius and all these different things that have sucralose in them. Uh, I know Jocko. Jocko's a good brand. That's the one brand I've seen that has clean protein, clean ingredients for their energy drinks and their protein.
Mm-hmm.
But I noticed that stevia is a key one. Like the mock fruit stevia is a good replacement if you're ever looking out there and looking for a good energy drink or protein shake without that sucralose crap. Those are the main replacement I'd look for.
Yeah, without the sucralose and without the carrageenan, because
Hmm.
there's some wicked studies on carrageenan as well. But yeah, I agree with you. I would say like again, no official science background. I've just looked into this extensively myself and went through a period of like a year where I was like pretty obsessive with it. So I would say the stevia is probably like the safest option if you're
Yeah,
or most closest to real something option that's not created and like completely created in just like a science lab like you know and it is
exactly.
like a ton sweeter than
Yeah,
sugar so it's like you
yeah,
know you get the benefits of
yeah. No,
zero calorie.
it tastes. It's very sweet. It tastes great. I mean, and I was doing some research. It does not mess with your insulin sensitivity. It's a great option. But man, I'll tell you right now, that video. I mean, it was an absolute blessing that I came across it when I was going through all that, just trying to figure out why fasting blood glucose and my A1C was going up. Luckily, I'm not pre-diabetic yet. So my A1C is 5.4, and I think for pre-diabetics, anything 5.6 or higher, you're in the pre-diabetes range.
Mm-hmm.
But it's been going up, man. I was at one point 5.1, so it's been gradually going up for the past year, I'd say. So I can't wait to see the follow-up and see if there's been some improvements.
Yeah, dude, definitely call back in. Do Have there? I'm not someone who's well. At least I haven't gone and gotten anything tested, so I wouldn't know for sure. For sure, but are there any like? Do you see improvements in like your energy or like you know your dopamine, or are there any just like day to day improvements just from paying attention to stuff outside of like hopefully tracking and hopefully seeing like a decrease in what you're just talking about the next time you go get it checked?
Oh, I mean, so far, I mean, steady weight loss. You know, like my face isn't bloated. I mean, the biggest one is the inflammation. So not a lot of people know this.
Yeah.
The carrageenan and sucralose you mentioned causes a lot of inflammation
Hmm.
and stomach. It messes with your stomach as far as the bacteria. So, but the main thing is the inflammation. I noticed my face isn't as bloated as much.
Yeah. Yeah, dude, a good hack for that one too is just drink a shit ton of coconut water. The potassium will just flush all that out of your face. I've been using that one recently, but it is
Yeah,
crazy. Especially like when I was running, I felt like I wasn't as sore in my joints and knees and just like muscles in general. Like I would recover quicker also in the gym because I wasn't just inflamed and puffy with like all this shit.
and honestly, man, and I hate to go off subject here, but man, when you're in public and everything, and you see everyone's face so inflamed, you're just thinking about all these seed oils, and you know you're probably thinking, oh, that person right there is probably drinking an energy drink that's full of sucralose every single day, and they have no idea because they're
Yeah.
not educated on it. And who am I to talk, right? Like I didn't even know about this until I came across your video. So if it wasn't for that video you posted, I would have been just spiking my insulin up with that sucralose, carrageenan, and I can't even pronounce the last one. It's mexodextrin, or
M-
what is it?
Maltodextrin.
Yeah, that one. It's man. If it wasn't for that video, I'd be pumping myself up with that every single day
It's
to this
crazy because
day.
it wasn't even that long ago that I really started learning about all this stuff and like taking it seriously either. Like it wasn't probably too long before that video, like in terms of years, where I
Well,
learned all
how
this
did you
shit
find
too.
out about it? That was kind of random. You know those specific ingredients. How did you come across knowing that those were some pretty bad ingredients?
I just searched them up on my own. I started using this app called the Yuka app.
Uh huh.
Um, I had some things that just like pushed me to just like go sober and just like get super clean and just like be very locked in on every like all those aspects of my life. And I
Hmm.
started using this Yuka app where you could scan barcodes
Oh
to like
wow.
eat better food, and then it would also show you. It's a free app, and then it can also show you. It gives a quick little rundown of like what some of the ingredients are, and then when
Mhm.
some were like a little too vague. I think
Mhm.
when my real deep dive on like ingredients came was shortly after I started training for my first marathon, and
Right.
I had never run long distance like that, and so my joints and my knees and my IT band and all this shit was like flaring up, and it was
Mhm.
before I even used ChatGPT or any sort of like AI to help
Mhm.
research. I went to the
Mhm.
Harvard website and saw like this chart of all the different vitamins and minerals and then what purpose they served in the human body, and literally just
Right.
like copied that stuff over manually to my notes section on my phone, and
Mhm.
then used that to like buy some supplements to help my IT band heal during training, and it totally healed it. And
Oh wow.
I was like, holy shit. And I have never been someone to really take or pay attention to it at all or take vitamins ever before that. And so I'm sure it had like um, an extreme effect because I had never ever fueled my body with like intentionally with vitamins like that. But
Right.
it did boost my belief in like the ingredients and the things that go into your body, and
Mhm.
then like that all combined with my how I was raised religiously, mind over matter, don't buy medicine, all this stuff, like don't take medicine to for
Mhm.
healing, rely on our higher power. And my mom
Mhm.
passed away, so it kind of shifted my whole views on everything, so I started paying attention to what was in food and all of that stuff. That was probably
Wow.
irrelevant context, but I think it was just like
No,
the
no,
vitamins
it's
and
really
stuff that got me to
it's
be like,
really
wait, what
is.
about the foods? Because when she
Yeah.
passed, I hold the belief that it is. It just like it makes sense that like the food that we're eating in this country must be the common denominator and what we're consuming if we're supposed to like I'm in the US, so where are you at? Are you in the US?
Yeah, I'm in California.
Oh yeah. Yeah, so I was just like I don't know, man. It seems like a pretty common denominator. We're supposed to be an advanced country, and usually advanced countries aren't dying so much of disease and cancer and all these ailments. Like, you would think that, you know, we wouldn't be like, top 10, if not top 5 or top 2 in the world for rates of this, that, or the other, but somehow we are. And I'm
Yeah.
like, well, it, maybe
Yeah,
not look at
no,
the
yeah.
food.
I mean, cancer rates have been going up in all first world countries. I think it has mainly to do with our microplastic use.
For
I
sure,
mean,
for sure.
we basically got credit cards worth of microplastics in all of us. And if you're a male, you probably have some in your testicles as well. But
Yeah.
the use of plastics is insane in all first world countries. I think that's one of the. I mean, besides the food, I believe the food as well. But I mean, the cancer has been going up in all first world countries, Asia, Europe, all that stuff. So the
Mm-hmm.
microplastics, I think, is a big thing. Like I drink a cup of coffee from McDonald's, and they have a plastic lid on there, and if the heat from the coffees, heats up that lid, and then the moisture drips into the coffee, and then I'm drinking it. I mean, I'm consuming microplastics all the time. I think there's a really good documentary on Netflix actually about microplastics that whoever's listening on this call should go watch, and
Yeah.
it's insane. It basically follows 6 couples that are infertile and they can't have babies and whatnot, and they change up their routines to like lower as much plastic use in their lives as much as possible. And I think 4 of the 6 couples ended up, having kids after switching up their lives and using less plastic in their lives. But
Damn. That's wild.
yeah, it's insane. It's on Netflix. It barely came out like last month. It's a really cool documentary. I forgot what the name is, but if you search up plastic or something on Netflix, it'll pop up. But yeah,
Mm-hmm.
dude, I agree about the food as well. But I think microplastics is a big thing in every single first world country because it's cheap to use. And
Yeah.
until we find a cheaper alternative, we're just going to keep using plastic and ruin our insides.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, there are key things like, dude, the coffee industry contributes so fucking much to that. Like these microwavable like pre-made plastic meals that people are like, that it's like, it's like a microwave safe plastic container that your food is directly sitting on is like crazy. Or these like food wraps that people like will, you'll put what's it called? You'll buy some oh my gosh, like frozen broccoli from the store or something, and it's like, oh, you can just cut open a little slit on the bag and then microwave the thing. I'm like, bro, how is this not like my dad, he does that sometimes, and I'm like, dude, I feel like that's such common sense not to like, dude, plastic and your food in the microwave interacting just immediately sounds like that's not a fucking good idea, but it's like so common that people do that shit. Even in like some of the places I've worked at, like restaurants, like they'll microwave all this shit in plastic. I'm like, bro, that seems pretty like common sense. Don't do that shit, dude.
Look, dude, even when there's like a water bottle sitting in the sun for a long time and you see those the droplets inside the plastic bottle, like I do not put any plastic bottle in sunlight. If I do, I'm not even gonna drink it. Like I'll just take the water and give it to the plants or whatever,
Yeah.
And in the documentary that I mentioned, like they were doing like the small things, like kind of like what you were saying, like not microwaving plastic, instead of using a plastic cutting board, using a wooden cutting board, and it's just small things like that, like when you're heating things up, use a glass dish instead of a plastic one.
Yeah.
I mean, it just small things like that make a big difference.
They do.
And I'm subconscious about it too. Whenever I'm shopping,
Yeah.
you have to be.
You know who that Brian Johnson guy is?
Yeah, the guy that's trying to live forever.
Yeah, I saw something the other day talking about how he just got tested and he's like the first human in like however long to like have literally not a trace of microplastics in him. I'm like, that's actually like a super valid W. Like, good for dude. He might be a freak of nature. Honestly, I saw a podcast of him, and like when you see pictures of him, he looks like he'd be a reptilian psycho, but then like he was a totally normal, down to earth dude on a podcast. So I was like, I mean, I guess you would have to be if you're that locked in on just like a natural life.
No, that guy's locked in. Did you see the pictures of that guy back in 2018? Like he looked like a 50-year-old, just like
he looked like he just worked some desk cubicle job and just ate like fucking
man.
funny, dude.
My God. he figured it out. I mean, people for some reason that guy just divides people because they're like, oh well, you can't, you're not God, you can't live forever. When it's your time to come, it's your time to come. But I think what this guy is doing, he's giving us he's like a guinea pig almost. Like, what if he's doing is actually correct, and he does live up to 120 years old or whatever the max age is.
Yeah.
He's gonna have the blueprint for us,
Yeah. Yeah, he'll probably make trillions off selling the blueprint. Either that or if he's a real one, he'll just drop that shit for free and be like, hey, implement this as a curriculum in schools. But then they'll suppress that knowledge because they know damn well they're going to lose hella money off of people going and getting Ozempic and all this shit once they actually know how to live properly and lose weight like effectively without the need for some jab or some fucking quick fix thing. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah. Facts.
Yeah.
You know what's funny though? That Brian Johnson guy, he also has a documentary on Netflix that I watched 2 weeks ago. It's funny that you mention him. He actually goes over, not into deep detail, but he does go over some of the things that he does. Like, there's some crazy stuff. Like one thing is that he leaves his shoes outside. Never put your shoes inside. Just there's certain weird things that he really takes to the T.
Yeah.
The number one thing was sleep, which I 100% agree with. Having minimum 8 hours of sleep.
Yeah.
Which I myself have trouble, but like that's a key thing, even if you're working out. So he kept emphasizing sleep was a very big important thing.
Yeah, I find that I like when the times that I have consciously, actively tried to get good sleep and effectively gotten good sleep for even like a week, it really is life-changing. But then I'm like, dude, before I have everything figured out on like my life, at least more stable, like just in general with like hopes and dreams and all that stuff, I'm like, that's just something that I'm willing to sacrifice for the sake of like, staying up late working on ideas or staying up late, just like whatever. I try not to because then I don't get up the next morning, but I don't know, all of that to say, like...
Yeah, no. I believe it, man. Anytime I get 7 hours or less of sleep, I really wake up and I get 4 more gray hairs in my hair. I mean, you're blonde, so you grays don't show up easily, but I have black and brown hair, so I get 6 hours of sleep. I wake up and I have 4 new gray hairs.
Them fuckers stand out.
Yep, they sure do.
That's funny, bro.
That's the con of having black hair. But hey, it goes to show you. I think it's correct. When your body is basically in a fight or flight mode when you get 7 or less hours of sleep, like it's tired and wants to recover.
Yeah, honestly. And just like my mood and attitude generally are like, I feel like, I don't know, man. That one huge thing, regardless of like how much sleep that is so true, is if I can wake up early enough or wake up like with the sun and immediately, like nearly immediately get direct sunlight on my face and just like on my body right in the morning, it is massive for helping me just like naturally be tired at the end of the night, because that's my problem. Like I'll do so much activity during the day before work, and then I'll go to work and then I'm like exhausted at work, and then I'll gain some energy to like be social and all this stuff. And then by the time I'm leaving work, I'm like up and wired again, because I'm like, it was a big shift in like being in a restaurant environment to then sitting in your car and driving home for an hour. Is like I feel the momentum hasn't slowed down yet. And then by the time I get home, I'm like, I should be passing out relatively soon, but then I stay up and I'm trying to do a stream. I'm trying to talk to people. I'm trying to do this. I'm trying to do that. You know, I'm like, I'm not doing like, so no matter how much the physical activity, it's like, I feel like your body gets used to it after a while, which that was interesting to find too. Cause I had never been someone who like ran in the mornings, and I haven't in a bit. I've been slacking on it, but, doing that every morning for the first little bit when I was doing it, it like my energy levels were fucked. I was like, this sucks, dude. Like all day I need at least like 400 milligrams of caffeine just to feel like I'm like up at least a little bit functional. And then after a week, my body just adapted to it. And then I found out that your body literally produces more ATP. Your mitochondria or whatever produces more ATP because it like senses that they're like, fuck, well, he needs it, he's using it, so we got to produce more of this shit. So it's kind of like a myth that like, oh, if I exercise, like I'll be tired and it'll make it like shittier for the rest of the day if I do it right in the morning. But I'm like, bro, you end up adjusting to that shit, and then you're like, just like the mental thing of like, I accomplished some shit before, like I had a day before my day got started, you know, like I hate rolling out of bed like and immediately having to get ready for work. It just feels like hell.
It's so funny though, because Brian Johnson mentioned the same thing. Because like when you wake up, try to get the sunlight in immediately.
Yeah.
And it's just so funny that you mentioned that. He also mentioned something really weird too. He's like, if you're drinking coffee or caffeine, get it in before noon. Don't know what you meant by that, but that was pretty interesting too.
Both of those are just like it's super good for your circadian rhythm. Like they say, don't be on your phone at night because it's just like stimulating your eyes and all that shit. You don't want bright light at night. But waking up in the morning and immediately getting that bright, specifically sunlight and all its rays and everything that it's like giving you is like so good to help your body get into that rhythm of like awake, alert, now it's daytime sort of a thing, so that you'll naturally start like petering off when you should, or earlier than you should if you're trying to adjust. Like right now I work bartending 5 days a week, usually Thursdays. Today I didn't work, but Thursdays through Mondays. And the only day I don't work nights is Sunday mornings, but I work nights all the other days, 3:30 p.m. to like, I'll probably get home around 11-ish, 11:30, 12 usually. And fuck, what was I saying?
So the sunlight, something about the sunlight, and then getting it in and making you feel better. So
Yeah,
I think you were getting towards that.
Yeah, so forcing myself right then after, like I said, I was like wired, but like when I'm currently in the moment trying to do this, I did it this morning. Went and walked to a certain side of my apartment building right after I got up and just looked at the sun. But it like, I'm trying to get it so it'll wind me down right as I'm like kind of driving home, as opposed to that like hype lasting through the time that I need to pass out. Like even if I end the night with these streams, like right now I still feel like a little wired, but like a little bit more dazed than I did yesterday, at least. Like when I hopped on the stream yesterday or the show yesterday, like, dude, I didn't even have any callers and I was just by myself wired ranting. Like, just like late at night. And tonight I'm like, I've done more today and I feel, I don't know. That's the only thing that changed really. Like I did just like the morning sunlight.
No, it's like, it's natural energy, man. It's insane. It's insane. Good on you. But yeah, Wyatt, you've been a wonder, man.
Dude, good to talk to you.
Your videos have been amazing. If I didn't come across it, I don't know where I'd be right now. I'd probably still be filling myself up with sucralose. But hopefully in a few months when I do some updated blood work, I'll call back and be like, hey, well, this is the result. I finally lowered my blood glucose after injecting myself with sucralose and carrageenan for the past 3 years.
Well, yeah, bro. So, definitely call back in if you see it pop up on a story or something like that. And I really appreciate you calling. You're the first person that's actually officially done this and like called in and actually had a conversation. The person yesterday who called in did the star 67 number, and then they hopped on and they were just like yelled Pringles and ended the call. I was like, cool. And then continued talking to myself for like an hour.
Nah, man, this thing's gonna blow up. I mean, you're an amazing guy. You give so much good energy and so much good information. Like I said, I'll be calling back when I get those new blood tests, and hopefully it's a good result.
You're real, bro. I appreciate you. Remind me your name one more time.
Rami.
Rami. Good to meet you, man. Good to meet you, and have a good night.
Awesome. God bless, brother. You take it easy.
Likewise. Thank you.
Bye.
Nice. First like official call. That guy Rami. That guy was good dude. Like, what? This is gonna be so fun. This is gonna be so fun. I can't wait to get on here and just like I know that once people realize that they can actually call in, like, and I like edit some clips together and stuff. There's definitely gonna be people who get on here and are just like, you're a fucking fraud. You're a piece of shit. Like. But then that is also like, you just get the whole 9 yards, you know? Bro, let a motherfucker catch me on some timing after I get off a shitty shift at work and come home and just get on here just like fucking pissed already. That's actually gonna be, oh, that's gonna be fun as fuck. It's gonna be super fun. But I don't know, man. I love it. I'll do this thing, and I'm a little weeded. I'll do this thing where I'll just like you. If you've been watching this whole time, you just saw I was like talking about something, and then I was just like, "Wait, where did that even come from? Like, what was I even saying? Why was I saying this?" Because I'll just like forget the context before that's leading to the end point, and then it's just like sometimes it'll just poof disappear completely, and I'm like, "Fuck, bro. I don't even know what we were talking about or what I was trying to say. Like, what else? What else you trying to talk about?" Pretty sad. Pretty sad sometimes. It really just like disappoints me when it'll happen super often. This doesn't happen anyways. I ate my fucking cracker. You fucking cracker. I love how platforms decide what you will and won't get. I mean, it makes sense, but I'm like, I can get on here and be like, you fucking cracker. But you switch up the little Wordle word like tiles you chose just a little bit on that. It's just getting removed immediately. Or I can say like Dyke. That's a sketchy one. I don't know if YouTube's going to remove that, but I change up the letters just a little bit. Just one of them. And then you have the CIA and Mossad busting down your apartment door talking about, come with us. We need to chat. And I'm going to be like, you're lucky I'm on probation and I couldn't get that pistol that I was just dumb and thought that I could get while I was on probation. Because I will defend this fucking turf. This shit's a lot more fun when you're like chatting with someone, you know? Because then after the chat, then I just get going on some bullshit. And then I pause and then it's just like, I had this one girl tell me this one time, this one girlfriend, pretty sure you have bipolar disorder. I was like, bitch, just because I do impressions does not mean that you're my fucking psychologist. Like, just because I do random little voices or like the bit dies off and I'm just being human and kind of pausing for a second and switching up and deciding what the fuck to say. Variety is the spice of life. How are you supposed to know what the fuck you actually want if you don't get a little taste of a lot of different shit? You know, I decided pretty early. You know, I don't tested and tried. I don't like thick bitches ain't my thing. Honestly, dude. Like nothing like trying to be nicer recently, you know? But at the same time, I'm just like, I'm being real. I'm trying to be honest. That's not a stab at thick hoes. I'm just saying, I personally had an experience. This is not one to share publicly, Wyatt. Holy fucking shit. No, I shouldn't share that. I should keep that one to myself. For sure, dude. How many people are I don't even look like because I don't have the YouTube thing pulled up, so I don't know how to see. Also, the chat tab goes away, so I just like don't have a chat. Let's see how many people are actually watching this right now. One. Let's freaking go, dude. Let's freaking go. Yo, whoever's here, real. That's all I'm gonna say. Let me not have this overlap with what's currently Ah, 2. Let's friggin' go. It's pretty updated too. It's pretty interesting. I was just like looking at it on my phone, and it's like me on my phone. I thought it was gonna be a lot more laggy and behind. Yo, one of the two of you who's actually watching this though, like call in. Go to my Instagram story and just like call the number. Don't just watch the stream. Like, come on, let's go. Like, be a part of this, motherfucker. Let's go. Dude, last night I drank a lot of coconut, like one of these things, coconut water, a little bit before I went to bed, and then another one that tasted like tangerine that was like pretty much just like a bitter orange taste. Coconut water. Not good, really. Anyways, I think I got up like 5 or 6 times last night to go pee. Like, I didn't sleep good at all. So, I'm going to stop doing that. I'm going to start drinking these motherfuckers in the morning because that's just not going to cut it, dude. If I'm going to be waking up at 5 a.m. again, like, that shit can't happen. That shit needs to stop. 5 a.m. jiu-jitsu by 6. Because most all the days of the week, except for Tuesday and Wednesday, I work in the night, and that's when all the good jiu-jitsu classes are. But if I go in the morning, and then immediately after make a habit of going either to the gym or going and running, or both, like I used to do, then I feel like life is just going to get a lot better. You know, like that's like all the shit that I was doing beforehand. So, and I need to sign up for fucking Dallas Marathon in December. That one should be interesting because now I know how to fuel for it, and my homie Evan, goated, only person who was there at the finish line at my first marathon. Just dude. Speaking of which, it's crazy work. Yo, that's actually crazy. Evan is calling.
From
Evan Watkins.
To accept, press 1.
Yo.
Yo.
I literally just said your name on stream talking about the fucking marathon and that you were the only person that was there at the finish line. I was like, and then immediately you call. I was like, what the fuck?
That's funny. I must have skipped off for then because I saw the thing and I was like the only person in for a second.
Oh, yeah. And then you heard me say, hey, if you're in here, call in.
No, I typed in the thing. I said that I'll call in. I don't think you saw it.
Oh, shit. No, yeah, I don't have the chat up on mine. I need to figure that out.
Can you not see who else is in there?
Maybe on YouTube on like the computer I can. Let me see if I can pull this up.
So I signed up for a 100-miler.
When?
April 10th of next year.
Holy fuck. Oh, that's the one you were talking about.
Yeah, you doing it with me?
Yes.
Hell yeah.
Yes.
You can do the flying monkey descent with me.
What'd you say?
There's a mountain called Flying Monkey that they used to send monkeys off of with parachutes to test parachutes, like back in the 1900s. It's got such steep descents. It's got such steep descents that there's like a part called a straight rope descent or fixed rope descent that you have to hold onto a rope and go backwards down it like you're rappelling.
Dude. And I just said yes.
Yeah, you said yes.
Dude, I didn't know we were going to need to get fucking Austin Bouldering Project memberships for this shit.
It's not that bad, but it's pretty bad.
Like, I don't know how to tie those fucking knots.
And on the description, I'm pretty sure it says that if you're front to mid-pack, you're going to get there in the dark.
That's fucked, dude. What's that one movie that was that one guy who like crawled around? He was a medic and he just like fucking pulled Hacksaw Ridge. Hacksaw's Ridge.
Oh, where he didn't use a gun?
Yeah. And I'm just picturing that right now, just rappelling down that thing.
That's pretty much what it is.
Dude, that's fucked. That's fucked.
Yeah.
Where is this again? What state?
It's in Utah. It's right near Zion. It's Zion Ultras is what it's called.
Oh, fuck. Fuck. Well,
Yeah.
yeah, better get fucking prepped for that, dude.
Yeah, I'm starting now. I got a pinched nerve and a inflamed SI joint or something in my back, but I'm just gonna tough it out.
Fuck, dude. You gotta go down to
We got a
Wheeze,
year. It's not that bad.
dude. Fuck. How much is this? How much is this thing to sign up?
So if you sign up by like, I think before, I don't want to get it wrong, but like before August or something, it's like, I think it was like $400.
Okay, word.
But yeah, it's, I mean, cost per mile is not bad on that.
Wait, what'd you say?
Cost per mile is not bad on that. It's a lot better than a marathon.
Oh yeah. You're
only paying $4 a mile.
Yeah. Yep. Your money's spread evenly. Dude, that's gonna fucking suck. Fuck.
It's gonna be sick.
Yeah, it'll definitely be
perfect.
sick. Oh goodness gracious, dude. I'm gonna be in
That's the
shambles.
one where the dude had the hallucination of the mountain lion and tried to jump off the cliff, and his pacer saved him.
Yeah, we're definitely gonna need to bring some Zins or something to keep ourselves mentally locked the fuck in. Because I'm not trying to
100%.
commit suicide off some shit because I saw some fucking something
But that's
that
why-
wasn't there.
There's mandatory pacer sections that you have to have a pacer on that one.
Oh, okay.
That
Oh,
way you
you're
have someone in their right
saying
mind.
did you just say the dude's Pacers like saved him or whatever?
Yeah, he convinced him not to jump because the guy was like, I'm going to jump. And the pacer was like, no, dude, don't. Why? And he was like, there's a mountain lion up there. And the pacer was like, that's a rock. And then the dude finally realized it was a rock and was like, oh, yeah, let's just go forward.
No, don't fucking do that. It's a fucking rock. Don't
Crazy
fucking
shit.
jump. Holy shit, dude. That'd be
Yeah, it's
fucking
pretty
funny. Who do you think it'd definitely be me? It'd definitely be
Yeah.
me.
I don't know, bro. I don't think either of us would jump, but I think we'd both be hallucinating at that point, honestly. If we were that bad at whatever 30-something miles in, we would definitely be pretty bad at 80 and on a cliff in the dark.
Yeah, dude. I'm gonna be needing to do like be averaging like 60 miles a week by December, dude.
Well, I think the thing, like the training plan that most of those guys do, they do like a 3-month build. And they get up to like, well, you start from like 40, 50, and by the time you're at like your peak, you're at like 130 for 2 or 3 weeks in a row.
Holy fucking shit.
And then you just taper back for like your 4 weeks before the race, and you're like tapering from 130 down to like 50, and then 40, and then 30, and then 20.
Yeah, this is gonna be a feat to accomplish. Holy shit.
Well, we might as well try it once.
Yeah.
Or else we're not maxing our potential.
Yeah, that's very true. Holy shit.
That's what I think of it like. I'd rather do all this shit like in my life at one point, or at least attempt it.
Yeah, you're true. That's true. I mean, dude, that's
Yep.
a fucking ikigai.
And just laughing. She said you were true.
You're true. Shut up. Shut up. Shut up. You're true, brother.
man.
You're true, brother. Dude.
Well, what you got the rest of this week?
Locking in on getting up at 5 was just saying that I was gonna need to start getting up at 5, getting to these early morning jujitsus before I go into work, because I work PM and that's when all like the rest of the good classes are. I guess there's some like at like 11, kind of around noon, but I don't know. It just feels good to wake up early as fuck and then start blocking back in on, you know, going on a run right after that, and then going on for a lift or like a sauna at least, all before I go to work or do anything, because it's just
It's like living 2 days in a day.
yeah, well, it was just like everything I was preaching to myself when my life got better substantially while I was working my last like service industry job. It was just actually giving myself as many things outside of work to be doing and accomplishing, and like actually patting myself on the back for subconsciously, so that I didn't just feel like some fucking, all I do is go to this fucking bar wait on these fucking customers, and then come home to wake up and do it all again.
Yeah.
And that's just how it's gotten because I'm not doing all the shit that I used to be doing.
Yeah, well, it's not. Once you get back into it, you'll get right in the swing of it. It's not going to be a tough transition.
No, it's addicting. It's addicting. Even going, like, I didn't want to go to jiu-jitsu today. I was like, dude, okay, all this, like, skin infection shit is healed up. Like, I could have gone, like, yesterday, but I didn't. And then I went, and I'm like, oh, I'm so fucking excited to keep coming back. Same thing with, like, the run.
As long as I have something to look forward to about it. Like, having the race, even though it's so far in the future, or having any race that you're signed up for is, like, an extra motivating factor. Like, any jiu-jitsu tournament that you're signed up for is going to be that extra. On the days you don't want to go, it's like, well, I don't want to be unprepared. So.
Yeah. Also, I'll probably sign up for the Dallas Marathon in December. It's not going to absolutely just, like, cook me for... I guess it'd probably be pretty good prep for... Another thing to not procrastinate, getting my legs primed for running 100 fucking miles and then rappelling down the Hacksaw Ridge fucking ridge.
That's going to be great when we get to that. I'm going to be videoing it all on GoPro and stuff.
Dude, I'm going to be fucking pissed. I'm not going to lie to you. I'm probably going to be pretty fucking pissed.
The only way is down.
Oh.
Dude, that course is a bitch too, because it's got, I don't know how many thousands of feet of elevation gain, a lot more than we've ever done by like fucking 20 times. But it's all at once. So you're climbing like 1,800 foot all in one span because it's mesas out there. So it's like nearly straight up, then you're flat, nearly straight down, then flat up, flat down, and it just does that the whole 100 miles.
Oh my fucking Lord, dude. Well,
look that up.
Hey, hopefully I think my legs were not nearly as bad as they were like the first marathon time, which I think it was just like first marathon, your legs are going to be egregiously cooked no matter what. But I think walking the uphills, I didn't know that you did that. And that definitely saved the legs because it allows you to just like keep them hot, but not let them die. I don't know.
No, yeah, that's a fair point. But I think what I've heard is like that saves you up until about like 35, 40 miles, sometimes 50 if you're like really well trained, but anything beyond 50 is just like willpower.
Fuck.
Yeah, at 34 miles in, Mondo Z2 is the name of the descent that we have to go on.
Mondo Z2.
And that one is a 2,000 foot descent over a mile.
Holy fuck.
And then we've got Smith Mesa, which is a nearly 2,500 foot ascent that's at mile like 55, and that's over 3 miles. So like 1,000 foot a mile.
Oh, fucking.
So we cover the total elevation of the 50K that we did in 3 miles.
Yeah, that's.
It's gonna be a great time.
Yeah, it sounds like it. Sounds like there's gonna be really fucking fun. I hope I do hallucinate. I hope I do trip fucking sack off of my own brain. Out in the forest, because if I'm just like wired locked into that's going to be a grueling 100 miles. Mainly last 50 miles. For the first 50, I'll probably be like, oh, this is going to be sick, dude. I'm about to hit like 50 miles for the first time. I could say I did that. And then I'll be like, okay, cool. Now I got to do this shit all fucking over again. And climb down this fucking rope at mile whatever.
Backwards in the dark.
Absolutely destroyed knees and calves and feet.
Off a flying monkey.
Dude, I didn't know that they used to test parachutes like that. That's fucking hilarious.
Well, it was like test parachutes, and then my dad was telling me that they had like a G-force tester up there when they first started doing like fighter jets heavily, that they would put the monkeys into like G-force machines that spun in circles and put them in there like under tension for a certain amount of time and see if they were okay afterwards.
Yeah. No fucking way, dude. Holy
yeah, it's
shit.
insane. It was like a federal government test site.
Oh my god, dude. That's pretty fucking funny.
All right.
Dude. That's fucking good. I did not know that shit.
That's all I'm gonna imagine up there. So it says Flying Monkey gets its name from the 1950s U.S. Air Force rocket sled testing facility
Dude.
on top of Hurricane Mesa, where they tested live chimpanzees by sending them off of the 1,500-foot cliff on rocket-propelled ejector seats to test pilot survival rates.
Bro. Dude. Being a scientist that has a sense of humor has to be like one of the best jobs ever, because like if you also have some like legitimacy to your name, you can justify doing some freak shit like that. Like, this is necessary because of this, this, and this, and here's the data, and they're like, okay, here's your pass to fucking rocket ejector boost fucking live monkeys off this cliff for the sake of science. I'd be like,
oh, it's
yeah,
insane.
dude,
It's like a 2-mile track, and it's just like a straight track, and at the end it just opens up, and they would send them off like on these rocket propelled things and then just shoot them out of the seats with
Just-
parachutes on them.
Oh, okay. I thought they were just letting these motherfuckers fall.
No,
I was like, holy shit.
no, it's crazy though. They just sent them off to test if they survived or
I
not.
thought you were saying like altitude testing, like how far does it take? Like, in theory, a parachute fails. Could someone
You have
still
your phone on you?
survive? Yeah.
Here, I'm gonna text you a picture of it. It's insane.
Oh my lord. This is Jake, the chimpanzee test subject. Dude,
This is what they'd strap them onto and shoot them off of. It sent it down like a 2 mile long rocket track on top of that mesa, and then they just shot off the edge.
dude, that's pretty good. That's pretty good.
That's insane.
Holy shit, the thing does look like an absolute rocket.
Yeah, it's wild. But I think I'm about to hit the hay because Ange has work tomorrow and I do too. But I just wanted to call in and say what's up.
Yeah, I appreciate it. I'm about to hop off now too. Last night I fucking sat here for an hour and a half and just like bitched about the world to me and myself, and had one star 67 caller who got on and was like Pringles and then fucking ended it, and I was like, great, now I'm gonna continue talking to myself for the next fucking hour.
That's wild.
Yeah.
Well, I'm sure it'll get bigger eventually. Just shoot me a text when you jump on. I'll just jump on.
Sounds good. Sounds good. You have a good rest of your night.
All right, brother. You too. We'll talk to you later.
Talk to you soon. Peace.
Peace.
How fucking insane. Like, I literally was just talking about, like, just got into that about the marathon and said his name, and then literally immediately he started calling. There's been like 2 or 3 times. Yeah, at least 2 times where I've been like talking, like conversation got, and I like said his name in conversation, like Evan, and then he like called. I was like, what? Weird. Godsend. I'm very appreciative. We're honestly pulling up to an hour right now, so that kind of works out perfectly. I'll save the rant tonight. I don't know if we'll do tomorrow. We'll see how I'm feeling. I do have work. I think it'd be fun to just like get in the routine of doing it, but we'll see how late it is when I get home. Yeah. Catch y'all on the flip. You feel me?